Welcome back to the deep dive. You know, homeownership has all these hidden responsibilities, things you never think about,
Hmm.
like worrying about the massive, complicated thing buried under your
The
lawn.
septic system.
Exactly. We've all heard the horror stories, and today we're finally going to tackle it.
And we've got this huge stack of sources you send over. I mean, everything from detailed engineering reports to some pretty panicked homeowner forums.
Lots of panicked forums.
Yeah. And our mission today is to cut right through all that noise, all that panic you feel when things start to go wrong.
Right, that moment you smell something or the water isn't draining.
Exactly. We want to pull out the absolute core insights you need to prevent, well, a five-figure disaster.
And let's just establish the stakes here, because they are high. This isn't a small problem.
Not at all. I mean, the data is just stark. Ignoring the early signs.
Yeah.
You're looking at repair bills that start around $5,000.
5,000.
Minimum. They can easily go up to $15,000, especially if the drain field fails. That's a catastrophic, wallet-crushing expense.
So prevention is everything.
It's the whole game. And the good news, if there is any, is that these systems, they almost never fail without giving you a warning first.
Which brings us right to the core of this. The whole system runs on this delicate bacterial ecosystem,
A
right?
very fragile, very vital ecosystem. And when it gets out of balance, it starts sending out these very specific distress signals.
So that's our focus. The three big signals that mean you need to act now before it's a catastrophe.
Exactly. Before the backup, before the soggy lawn. These are the three signs people usually just dismiss. They think it's a normal plumbing thing.
It's not.
It is definitely not.
Okay, so let's break that down. What is the very first, the most common signal that things are starting to go wrong down there?
It's the one you can't ignore, even if you try. Persistent septic tank smells. Yeah. And we're not talking about a quick fleeting whiff. This is a consistent sewage gas smell. Maybe it's coming up from your drains, your shower, or you might smell it outside in the yard.
That's the absolute first red flag.
It's the system's first scream for help.
So what's actually happening to create that smell? It's not just waste, is it? It's something more specific.
It's very specific. It's usually hydrogen sulfide gas, the rotten egg smell.
Right.
And that gas is a direct byproduct of the system shifting into an unhealthy state. It's becoming what we call anaerobic.
Meaning no oxygen.
Exactly. The good bacteria, the ones that break down waste efficiently, they need oxygen.
Hmm.
When they can't get it, they die off. And these other less efficient, smelly bacteria take over.
And that's the smell.
That's the smell. It's a sign that sludge is building up way too fast.
Okay, that makes perfect sense. So sign number one is the smell. What's sign number two? Because you said this one is more misleading.
It is slow drains, but, and this is the critical distinction, we mean flow drains all around the house.
Ah, okay. That's the key.
It's the key. Because if one shower is slow, it's a hairball. No big deal. But when the bathtub starts to pool, and the kitchen sink is struggling, and your toilet takes forever to refill,
That's not a hairball.
no, that is a massive sign of a systemic problem. It means the liquid waste, the effluent, can't get out of the tank properly.
So it's like a traffic jam inside the system itself.
Perfect analogy. The sludge and the solids are building up faster than the good bacteria can eat them. The water level rises, and everything just slows down.
And if that sludge gets out of the tank, that's when the real trouble starts.
That's a doomsday scenario.
Yeah.
If it gets into the drain field, it creates this slimy, thick layer called a biomat. And once that clogs the soil,
You're calling the excavator.
you're calling the excavator and writing a check for $15,000.
Wow. Okay, so system-wide slow drains. Got it. What's the third sign?
The third one is, it's the one that people find most confusing. Strange gurgling noises.
Coming from the toilet or the sink drains.
Yep. It sounds like the plumbing is alive or angry.
It kind of is, isn't it?
It kind of is. That gurgling is a symptom of gas buildup and blockages. The sludge level is getting so high that it's physically blocking the pipes and the baffles inside the tank.
So water is having to fight its way through, creating air pockets?
Leasely. It's the sound of the system under severe stress.
Now, something that really stood out in the sources is what happens next. People hear that gurgling, they see the slow drains, and they panic.
They do. And they run to the store and grab the harshest chemical drain cleaner they can find.
And that is a huge mistake.
It can be a disastrous move. You have to remember, your septic system is a living thing. It's a biological factory.
Right.
And those chemical cleaners, they're designed to be indiscriminate killers. They pour in there and they wipe out everything. including the good bacteria you desperately need.
So you're taking an imbalanced system and just nuking it.
You're magnifying the imbalance tenfold. It's often the final nail in the coffin.
Okay, so just to recap, the three signs are smells, slow drains everywhere, and gurgling noises. But to really get the solution, we have to understand why this is happening so much now. I mean, are our homes just harder on septic systems than they were 30 years ago?
That's a great question, and yes, absolutely. Modern life is incredibly tough on these systems.
How so?
Well, think about all the stuff we use. It's not just what we flush. It's what's in everything.
The cleaning products.
Cleaning products, exactly. We use super concentrated laundry detergents, powerful antibacterial soaps, bleach, even residuals from medications. All of these things are toxic to the bacteria in the tank.
So we're slowly poisoning the little workers that are supposed to be helping us.
We're making their job harder, and at the same time, we're giving them less help. Think about low-flow toilets.
Right, we're using less water, which I thought was a good thing.
It's great for water conservation, but it's tough on the tank. It means the waste is much more concentrated, it's denser, so the bacteria are fighting stronger toxins with less water to dilute everything.
Wow, I never thought about that. So the whole system is just under constant assault.
It is, and that's why when those warning signs pop up, the clock is ticking really fast. The traditional fixes, like old-school enzyme packets, they just can't keep up.
They're too slow.
Way too slow.
Yeah.
They don't address the core problem, which is a weak, oxygen-starved environment.
So people need something faster, more convenient.
Yes, and that need is driving this huge shift we're seeing in the sources. Homeowners want a single-dose, flush-and-forget kind of solution.
And this is where we see this trend taking over in the forums. People are moving towards oxygen-based treatments, usually tablets you just flush.
It's a fascinating shift because the focus isn't on just adding more bacteria or adding enzymes anymore. It's about supporting the bacteria that are already in there, struggling to survive.
Okay, so is this just another chemical, or is there a real scientific difference here?
There's a huge difference, and the mechanism is really the key. These tablets are designed to release dissolved oxygen directly into the tank.
And oxygen is the magic ingredient.
It's what the good bacteria craves. The most effective waste eaters are aerobic. They need oxygen to thrive and work efficiently. When the system becomes anaerobic and smelly, you're basically giving the good guys life support.
So you're reoxygenating the water, and that helps the good bacteria outcompete the bad, smelly ones.
You got it. It's like hitting a reset button. The good bacteria get the oxygen, they multiply rapidly, and they start breaking down the sludge at an accelerated rate. The whole system starts to rebalance itself.
That makes so much more sense than just boosting it. You're actually changing the environment to favor the workers you want.
Exactly. And if we look at the product that kept coming up over and over again in the sources, a product called SEPTIFIX. It's like the perfect example of this.
Right. That name was everywhere.
It's because it's designed as this triple threat solution. It hits all three warning signs at once.
Okay, so walk me through that. How does it tackle all three problems?
Okay, so first, the smells. The oxygen immediately starts to neutralize those sulfur gases that cause the rotten egg odor. And it helps the good, non-smelly bacteria take over. So the odor fades, and fast.
That's a big one. People want the smell gone yesterday.
For sure. Then, second, the slow drains. Because the bacteria are now supercharged with oxygen, they break down the organic solids much faster. The sludge level drops, the water flows freely again.
And the gurgling.
The gurgling noises go away because the root causes, the gas buildup and the sludge blockages, are being resolved. The pressure inside the system equalizes.
It's just a tablet you flush.
A tablet you flush. That convenience, combined with the fact that it acts so quickly, is why this category is just exploding.
I can see why. When you have those signs, you don't have weeks to wait and see if something's working. You need to know you're stopping the problem before it hits that point of no return.
And that's why so many users start by using it to fix a problem, but then they switch to using it monthly as a preventative measure to just keep the system healthy and balanced.
Which brings us to the bottom line, right? The whole strategy here is moving from panic and reaction to simple, proactive maintenance.
That's it. Prevention is literally 90% of avoiding a septic disaster.
Yeah.
You have to stop thinking of it as a trash can and start treating it like a biological process that needs support.
So for everyone listening who is now, suddenly very aware of every sound their plumbing makes, what are the triggers? When should you start a treatment like this?
Well, obviously, if you have any of the three sign smells, multiple slow drains, gurgling, you act now, today.
Okay.
But even if you don't, you should think proactively. If you know it's been over, say, 3 years since your last pump,
A lot of people are in that boat.
a lot of people,
Mm-hmm.
or if you know you use a lot of antibacterial products or bleach, you should probably be using something like this to counteract the damage and keep the bacteria healthy.
Let's put the money back in perspective one more time, because it's
That's
really what this is all about.
It is. You have a potential, what, 5, 10, even $15,000 repair bill hanging over your head. A true financial catastrophe for most families.
And the cost of prevention.
You're talking about $10 to $20 a month.
$10 to $20 to protect against a $15,000 bill?
The value proposition is just. It's astronomical. It's a tiny investment to safeguard one of the most expensive and critical parts of your entire home.
This whole deep dive has really changed how I think about this. It's not just pipes. It's a living ecosystem under my lawn.
It really is.
And catching those warnings early, the smells, the slow drains, the strange noises, and then responding with the right kind of support, it's just crucial for your house and for your wallet.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And if I can leave you with just one last thought to chew on.
Go for it.
Everyone always focuses on the tank, but the single most expensive part of your whole system is the drain field. And the lifespan of that drain field is determined by one thing and one thing only: the quality of the liquid that flows out of your tank. So instead of just focusing on what you don't put down the drain, think about what you can add to the tank to support that bacterial community. Because if you send clean, healthy liquid to your drain field,
It can last forever.
it can last practically indefinitely. And that is the ultimate secret to avoiding a septic disaster.